Today I'm sharing a story called The Carpenter's Last Job. There was an elderly carpenter who one day walked up to the contractor he used to work with and said to him that he'd like to retire because he now wanted to live a very leisurely life and he wanted to spend more time with his wife and his extended family. The contractor heard him and said, "Sure, you worked hard enough, long enough, so who am I to stop you? However, I have this one request for you. Before you retire, if you could build this one last house, please." The carpenter agreed and soon began work on this house. However, in time, it was very evident that, the carpenter's heart was not in the job at all. He was using inferior materials and he was using very poor workmanship on this particular house. All through the years that he had been working, his workmanship had been his USP and what he was known for, and what he prided himself on as well. Anyway, so soon he finished constructing the house and went up to the contractor to hand over the keys of the house. The contractor handed the keys back to the carpenter and said, "You know what? This house is my gift to you and my show of gratitude to you for all these years that we've worked together." The carpenter was surprised and he was also very disappointed because honestly, had he known that he was building his own house, he would have used better quality materials and would have ensured that the standard of his workmanship would be as it was in the past. However, what was done was now done, and the carpenter had to live in the house that he had worked on so poorly. I think so it is with life, right? We need to really ask ourselves, what's the kind of life that we are building, the kind of life that we are creating in our everyday workspace. Are we living a life filled with passion? Are we working with sincerity and integrity? Or are we just gliding along carelessly, not really considerate about our actions? What shows up today in our life is a result of our past actions. And what our tomorrow looks like is going to be a result of the actions that we're taking now. So we really need to question how we're functioning, and what kind of life are we working towards.